Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, Wednesday, October 1st, 2025, we're doing a fast-track look at the top 5 AI news stories hitting the wires.
And it's important to note right off the bat.
Oh, right. Crucial disclaimer. This entire deep dive, AI Daily Deep Dive, was researched and generated completely by AI.
Which is kind of fitting, I suppose.
Yeah.
So the stories today, they really touch on some key areas. Social tech, labor and entertainment, big economic risks, and even national security impacts.
Quite the spread. Let's jump right in with story number 1. OpenAI. They've launched Sora 2.
Yep. And the headline feature is something called cameos.
Cameos. What's that involve?
Basically, you give it a short video, maybe an audio clip of yourself, and boom, it creates this hyper-realistic avatar of you.
An avatar you can then drop into any AI video.
Exactly. Think personalized deepfakes, but, user-generated.
Okay, that sounds potentially problematic.
OpenAI seems to think so too, because Sora 2 isn't just an update, it's launching with its own app, a standalone Sora app.
So they're getting into social media now.
Looks like it. And they're trying to be careful. They've built in teen safety stuff, parental controls, limits on how many AI videos kids can watch daily.
And human moderators too.
Human moderators specifically to review bullying content. They're clearly trying to get ahead of the inevitable issues with this kind of tech on a social platform.
Right. Okay, moving from generated people to, well, generated performers. Story 2. The synthetic actor Tilly Norwood.
Yes, Tilly. Created by Aline van der Velden. Tilly's got social media that works. But Hollywood is not amused.
Not amused is putting it mildly, right? The backlash sounds intense.
Oh, yeah. SAG-AFTRA came out swinging. They called Tilly Norwood a character based on stolen performances.
Oof, strong words. Any specific actors weighing in?
Emily Blunt apparently called the whole thing terrifying. And Natasha Lyonne, she called for a boycott of agencies working with Tilly.
Wow, so what's the creator's defense?
Van der Velden is sticking to her guns, says Tilly is a creative work, a piece of art, argues it's a whole new genre, shouldn't even be compared to human actors.
A debate about art versus labor, basically.
Exactly, which kind of leads us neatly into the next couple of stories, focusing on the economy. If AI can replace actors, what's it doing to the wider market?
And the answer seems to be a lot. There's this striking statistic from Harvard economist Jason Furman.
Oh, this one's wild. Investment in information processing and software, that's mostly AI stuff, right? It's only 4% of GDP.
Just 4%.
But it accounted for 92%, 92, of all U.S. GDP growth in the first half of this year.
So take out AI investment.
And growth was basically flat, 0.1%. AI is the growth engine right now.
That feels fragile, especially with so much value concentrated.
Extremely fragile. You look at the Magnificent Seven tech companies, they now make up a record 36% of the S&P 500's market value.
36%, that's huge. So the market is these 7 companies, essentially.
Pretty much. And look at Oracle for a specific example of the risk here.
Right, their stock jumped, what was
Yeah.
it, 36%?
Yeah, huge surge after they announced big AI cloud deals. But here's the catch. To actually deliver on those deals, they need to spend nearly an extra $100 billion on infrastructure over 2 years.
$100 billion. That's got to hurt cash flow.
It does. Their free cash flow actually turned negative. They're basically betting everything on AI paying off down the line.
So the risk isn't just some numbers on Wall Street. If this AI boom stalls.
The whole economy could shake because it's so dependent now.
Which brings us to the final story. This one feels different, more foundational. National security.
Yeah, this is about the hidden cost of relying on generative AI. A former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense raised the alarm.
The concern is about critical thinking skills.
Exactly. The argument is that relying on Gen AI actually sort of weakens those skills. Your brain shifts from doing the hard work of figuring things out.
To just checking if the AI's answer looks right.
Precisely. And there are studies showing this. Using AI for tasks like writing apparently reduces connectivity in key brain areas. It can literally de-skill professionals over time. They even mention endoscopists losing proficiency.
Wow. So what's the proposed solution?
A real push for standardized AI literacy training, but with a focus on cognitive preservation, keeping those human thinking skills sharp.
Makes sense. Reminds me of that General Mattis quote.
The most important 6 inches on a battlefield is between your ears. If we outsource that space,
We lose something irreplaceable.
absolutely. So looking back at all 5 stories, you see this pattern, right? This incredible speed of AI getting woven into everything.
And this growing, urgent need for human oversight, human judgment, human control, whether it's checking an algorithm or an investment or even what counts as art.
Yeah, it's a fundamental tension.
And it leaves you with a pretty sobering thought, especially on the national security side. Well, think about it. If the next generation of leaders and analysts grows up relying heavily on AI, maybe without fully developing their own independent critical thinking, what happens?
What happens when a crisis hits that the machine just can't figure out? When you need a human judgment call that wasn't trained?
What then?
Yeah,
Something to definitely chew on.
indeed.
Okay, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get you next time.